Hi Mauricio.
Hello, how are you?
Mauricio, what can you tell us about Cole Palmer? Why did you want to sign him and what will he bring to your Chelsea team?
I think it was when the sporting director and the owner, of course, but the sporting director translated the idea to add him to the squad. I think he's fit for the project, and he's a young, talented player. Of course, that also he decided to come because he expects to play maybe more than and be important here. But I think that is not the most important, and the important thing is he want to come because he's in Chelsea, a project for him, and a way to improve his games, and way to maybe to be more involved in every single game. But yes, I think the quality is there. I think it's a great potential, and of course now he need to settle here and prove and show that he's better than their teammate and deserve to play on them, because he's about to fight for his place.
Do you think he is ready to make an instant impact in the first team this season?
I always need to be careful with the young guys, because like the experienced player, they need time to settle and to. He's from Manchester and he's going to move to London. London is different, the club is different, the culture and everything, and he need to, first of all, before to start to perform, he need to settle and be in his space and feel comfortable. We are not going to put pressure on him to perform like any player. The most important and now is need to be calm and to be happy and find his space on the team.
Will he be the last signing in this summer transfer window?
I think so. I think it's no time at the moment. If something is going on, I don't know, because I didn't talk with my sporting director. Last time was 11 o'clock, and in nearly 2 hours, I don't know if something is going there, is something happen, they will communicate to me after the press conference.
How do you like to spend?
That is why I go. No, it's not to wasting time to ask me something that I don't have answer for sure.
Yeah. How do you like to spend a deadline day when you're obviously trying to prepare for a game as well? But will you ring the sporting director on a regular basis, or do you think you're happy with the squad?
No, I think we are happy with the squad. I don't believe that something happen in the next few hours in terms to player in. No, we are always in contact, and we are going to have good contact. I'm not going to spend time until to the end here, because we need to keep energy for tomorrow. But yes, we have very good communication in between owners and sporting director, and yes, waiting for the things that happen. But I think in terms to sign player, I don't believe that something happen.
I was going to ask you about the spending this summer is more at Chelsea in one summer than you had at 11 during 11 transfer windows at Tottenham. Does that impact on your coaching, on your management in any way, to have just such different styles?
But I think we need to explain the reality is in the same way that we sign players, we sell players, and then it's not fair to say nothing wrong about my former club. It's more about to net spend than really what the money that you spend, because that is the balance that the club tried now to get. I think was completely different, project, or was different reality, different circumstance. No, I think we feel comfortable. Of course, now we need to settle all the players that arrive late. We are in a process that we need to create this basis and to build this, solid, structure to perform after. I think we are in a good way. We need to recover all the players that are injured, players that arrive late and they need to be informed. We are working really hard to try, to be in our best. For sure, with time, it's a matter of time. We have the quality, and I think we are going to perform in the way that all the people wait for us. Respect from us.
Last one.
Yeah, we talked a lot there about signing, but you mentioned the outgoings today possibly. Where does Conor Gallagher fit into your plans for the team, and do you think he will be a Chelsea player beyond the deadline?
I think all the players that are involved in the squad are in our plan. And then, like always I told you, after his decision to part the club and the player. In that case, always from outside, Conor was a player that was a reliable player and consistent player that can perform in different positions. We are so happy with him. Another thing is circumstance or different things that happened in the past that we cannot say nothing to you. Only we can express our feeling from the day one that we started to work, and with Conor always was showing great, commitment with the club. We are happy with him, and he was captain 2 days ago against Wimbledon. I think he's an important player for us. What is going to happen in the future, I don't know. I cannot tell you. It's like, no, the player asked me, how you see myself in the future? I don't know. I cannot. No, it's up to you. If you are the best, you are going to play. Even if we pay big money for some player, they need to perform. If they don't perform, I think if they don't deserve to play, they are not going to play. That is football, no? And I think all the players that today are in the squad, they know very well and they have clear idea that they are going to play if they deserve to play. It's not because we pay big money for some player, they are going to be guaranteed that is going to play. And that is a good thing that is happening now on the squad. In that case that you asked me, we are so happy with him. Hope that stay with us.
Thanks, Mauricio.
Jake, PLP.
Hi. Do you have any team news or injury update ahead of the game tomorrow?
News from Wimbledon, I think no news.
And the injury update's gone out online,
Yeah.
so that will all be listed there before
Right.
the press conference.
But you asked me if new.
No, yeah, anything fresh in the meantime?
Anything different?
No.
I think so.
No news.
There's a couple of alterations, but just look on the website.
No news, good news.
Good news. Obviously, since Wimbledon and the last week, you've been one more week in the job. You haven't been here that long. How do you feel things have progressed in the last week since the last Premier League game for you?
Because of the different circumstances and the circumstance that we have, we are happy in the way that we are progressing. Even if we maybe not progress in the way that we want and the speed that we want. Because to progress on the team, we need to have all the elements, all the player fit to evolve in our way to play and to have the capacity to train with the whole team and for them to create an environment that they can compete, improving. At the moment, we need to, with all the circumstances, we are happy, but it's true that maybe now we are more focused in compete and try to get good result, because positive result, because that is going to help us for the player that will arrive to the team to be in different mood. But of course, now is the process that we need to compete. Are not the best circumstance, but I'm not going to complain. That's the circumstance that we have, and we need to accept that, and we need to be positive.
Are you happy with the way you've been competing so far in the first few matches?
Yes, of course. Disappointed with the game against West Ham, but after that, I think we are progressing, and in the same time, we are adapting players, to this circumstance and this reality today.
And Raheem Sterling said last week that he wants to be the top scorer in the club this season. Is that something you think he can achieve?
Of course, it's all about to believe. He has the quality to score goal and give to assist to the teammate. Yes.
John Southall, 5 Live.
Just one on Cole Palmer. Obviously, he's been at Man City since he was 8. They've obviously nurtured him. He's played in a lot of big games for Man City. So, were you surprised that he became available and that they've actually let him go?
Yes, that is a work from the club. That is always focused in situations in different clubs that happen and players that can fit for us. I cannot say that surprise or no surprise. It's only when appears the opportunity I was agree with the club to sign him.
When you came, the squad was pretty bloated, wasn't it? Do you now think you've got the balance right?
If we see the squad, yes. With all the injured players, maybe I cannot say that now is the perfect balance because we have plenty of players that are not available. But with the player available, I can tell, yes, I am so happy because we have good balance.
Just one on Lukaku. Obviously, he has now gone. Are you disappointed that you couldn't make it work with him, or that he maybe didn't want to make it work?
No, I am not disappointed because it was so clear the situation, and I not create any expectative in my mind. Always, the club was clear in the situation. What I hear through the club that the player wanted to leave. I believe in that. Yes, was so clear the circumstance, and no, I didn't create expectation in my mind to say, oh, I want to work with some player or some another. That was clear that it's not going to be here, this season.
And just one, you kind of touched on it before, but what's the transfer market or the window been like for you? Because I suspect, when you were at Tottenham, you probably didn't always get the players you wanted to, but here, you seem to have got all the players that you want to get, or is that how it's worked?
It was similar, no? When we arrived to Tottenham in 2014, when you arrive at a club like was Tottenham, now Chelsea, you need to prepare the transfer window, and it's a job that you are doing from January. When finish the winter transfer in January, you start to work on preparing the team for the next season. At many situations, player in, player out, you start to work with the people, with the environment of the player. For different circumstances, you will take different decisions. That is why for any coach that arrives in a club, 1st of July, is too many decisions were taken, and something that is going to happen. Sometimes you can stop or not, and that is why always is difficult. But it's similar. I am not complaining. I am a very positive person, like I was in Southampton, Espanyol, or Tottenham, and now in Chelsea. I really believe and have the trust in the club and in the owner and the sporting director. And of course, from now, tomorrow or today finish the transfer window, we are going to be involved in all that is going to happen in January. Maybe we have, more to say. But that is a normal process that we need to accept. But of course, if they are happy with us, the owner are happy with us, and the sporting director, for sure, we are going to share every single decision, and of course to be more involved than we were in the past.
Ben Jacobs.
Hi Mauricio,
Hello.
how are you? Could I just get your reaction to Levi Colwill's first England call-up, and also were you disappointed that Raheem was omitted?
For me, all my players deserve the best, and I'm not going to say nothing again. The manager that are involved, in all the national team, are their decision. What we want to do is to provide better tools, and we are going to push even more that the player that cannot earn this, achieve this today, the call from the national team, if next month have the possibility to be there and to be called for the national team. Only what we want to do is to push even more Raheem, to try to convince the manager, and I am sure that he's going to work hard, and it's going to be a motivation for the next month. He need to keep going working, keep going scoring and assisting, and helping the team to win points. And then you asked me about Levi. No surprise me. I think he's a player that is performing really well last season and in the Euros under 21, and now start very well the season with Chelsea. No, I think he's a big talent. He's a player that can play in different positions, like we are seeing, central back or full back. The quality is there, great character. Yes, he's a great player. I am happy for him, and of course, hoping that the next international we have more players involved in that case in England.
Just coming back to Nottingham Forest, does the game come too soon for Romeo Lavia to make his debut? We know he's back in partial training, and then are you in a position?
Yes, he's still soon.
And are you in a position to confirm anything on Callum Hudson-Odoi perhaps lining up in a Forest shirt?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about him. He's going to play or not. I don't know. Maybe he's.
And then if I could just ask you one final one, which is the last 3 windows, Chelsea's total spending is around £1 billion. Just give me your reaction to that incredible number.
Yeah, but before I was telling you, buy and sell. I don't know for how much the club was selling, no player. Yes, you can talk about to be very surprised about that or not. Depend. You know, today football is we need to evolve. Football today is different, completely different. We manage different type of, numbers. If we 20 years ago we thought or we think that it's going to happen this, maybe no one believe. But today, I think it's normal in football. This type of money moving around. It's a big business, football. And we cannot stop. I think that we all get the benefit that we are here, no? I think, no? I think we cannot be hypocrite. No, but it's to be involved in football. If we work, in different areas, you there or me here, yes, we are living about, all that produce this business. I'm not going to be here to give a lesson to anyone, but I think football is about to get a good balance. Is for me, I think Chelsea, yes, is spending money, but also is selling players and money in and money out. Always, when in that case people arrive in a club in Premier League, like arrive our owners, it's normal. They want to settle and to go into develop their project, and we are people that we are going to help them to be right, in the decision, because we are a professional of football, giving our vision and advisors, and of course after it's up to them. But I think that is very special situation that happened from the beginning, but for sure it's not going the club keeping for years, doing what they do in the past. No?
Okay, last question in the broadcast for Liam at the Athletes.
Hi Mauricio.
Hi.
Mykhailo Mudryk is no longer on the injury list, so how is he doing physically, and also what has the experience been like of working with him?
He's a very talented player. I think we spoke a lot. He need to, first of all, before to talk about football, to talk about play is feel comfortable, feel really strong. He need to feel strong in his body. I say he suffered from the beginning or before. I remember the Euros only played 1 game because he was waiting, was suffering some injury. Now arrived here and never was consistent in training. Always something happened. Now we are focusing, try to help him, and for him to be really strong, healthy, and feel, good to start to perform. No one can perform if not feel strong and really confident in your body. And now it's time that we need to build his confidence. And it's holistic, like it's everyone in all the areas. He need, to feel good, and we are working. Hope in the next few weeks he start to find his best form to start to help the team.